Toastmasters and honored guest Janet. Man, seems like I'm always up here, man, every week. I don't know what it is. But I just want to talk about, well, the title of my speech is a speech about a speech. I want to tell you guys the process I go through about picking a speech. There are so many topics, so many things to talk about. I could talk about books, I could talk about past events, future plans. But I always just gotta hone it in. And usually the first speech I come up with, I never use. Like for instance, the first speech I used, that I went over this week this was my first draft. It was called The Art of Boredom, which is a crazy topic, but boredom is actually quite a big thing. They have books on it. And they say we're not bored as we used to because we're so busy with technology. We have so many times, and really getting away from being bored, we're doing ourselves a disservice. This is what the article was really talking about, because we don't come up with creative ideas no more. Everything that we have a problem to, we just Google it or chat GPT it, whatever. Or YouTube. YouTube's great. But I decided not to go with that because I said that might bore the guys. I got to think about my audience. I didn't want to bore you guys. So the topic that I really came up with which is every speech should mean something to you. And I kind of went over my head all my speeches and all the member speeches. And I remember Eric gave this speech about his job. He was delivering the mail, and he was delivering all this mail, and the people did not know his name. And so that really meant something to him because he brought it here to the club, he presented it to us, and I thought that meant something to him delivering that mail and not knowing his name, but he knew their name. And even from that, now I see a postal worker, and I think, well, what's that postal worker's name? Because I don't even know my own postal, because I get so many, I don't know, but I think about that. But that speech meant something to him, and I picked up on that. And Tim is the yoga master. And he always talks about yoga. He talks about vivid dreaming. So this is something he experienced a lot. And that means something to him. So I said, I'm going to take a chapter out of his book, talking about things that mean something to me. And my speeches mean something to me. All my speeches are part of my life, part of things I went through. And this is what I've given you guys. Something that means something to me. My speeches, practicing my speeches every week, giving different subjects, learning from all you guys, learning from the experiences from my fellow Toastmasters. Like Lisa, she's been to Africa, and she told us about the red dirt. She told us about all that. I know about Carlton and his Cleveland Browns fantasy.
That's a good one.
And my main man Nick and his cup half full, half empty philosophy. So we're all in this together. And I want to challenge you to every speech you give, make it mean something to you. Make yourself a little vulnerable with it, because vulnerability brings the authentic part of you out. And before I used to try to memorize a speech, and the speech was always coming out choppy, and sometimes I would forget parts of the speech, and it didn't always come out right. So now I try to think about something that's really important to me, or something that I think the members might want to hear. So I challenge you guys in all your new speeches, your new endeavors, to always make it mean something to you. That's my speech.
Nice.